Welcome back to History of Simple Things. Today's topic comes from one of our viewers, at George Brudos 3068. Thanks for the suggestion. You asked, why do road signs look different around the world? The road stretches ahead, winding through cities and landscapes, silently guiding us. Along the way, one thing remains constant: road signs. Simple yet powerful, they direct, warn, and regulate traffic, keeping millions safe. But despite their universal role, road signs vary widely. Some feel familiar, while others seem strange or even puzzling. So why do they differ across countries? Why does a stop sign look different from one place to another? And what makes some signs easier to understand? Let's hit the road and uncover the answers right here on History of Simple Things. The story of road signs is far more complex than most realize. It's a story woven with history, politics, and culture. Road signs didn't just appear overnight. They evolved alongside the birth of the automobile, the rise of global travel, and the need for safety on increasingly crowded roads. At the dawn of motorized travel in the early 20th century, the world's roadways were far from uniform. What began as a simple set of instructions, often hand-painted or carved into wood, has now blossomed into a highly organized but diverse system of symbols that tell a story of each nation's values, needs, and design philosophies. But why are road signs so different around the world? How did these signs, each with its own shape, color, and meaning, emerge and evolve? The answer lies in the convergence of many factors, from legal frameworks to cultural psychology. And though there have been attempts at global standardization, such as the Vienna Convention on Road Signs and Signals in 1968, many countries still choose their own path, adding their distinctiveness to road signs. Take Europe, for example. The Vienna Convention was a significant milestone, aiming to harmonize traffic signs across participating countries. Its goal was simple: to make road signs more recognizable and understandable for international travelers. The use of symbols rather than words was a key feature of the convention, a clever move considering the linguistic diversity of the continent. Yet, despite these efforts, regional differences are still evident. The United Kingdom, for instance, chose not to fully adopt the Vienna Convention. Their signs, with their distinct use of colors, fonts, and imperial measurements, serve as a reminder that even within the same continent, there are strong historical and cultural preferences that shape road signage. Have you ever driven through the United States? There, road signs take on a completely different persona. The Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices, MUTCD, created in 1935, set the foundation for American road signs. Unlike the European emphasis on symbols, American road signs tend to favor clear, legible text. Take a moment to look at the familiar green freeway signs, bold, simple, and highly reflective. The choice of text over symbols may be a reflection of a culture that values clarity and directness. However, even within the United States, subtle differences emerge. In the Northeast, street signs can have a historical charm, crafted from wood and adorned with a touch of antiquity. Meanwhile, in the West, signs are designed with practicality in mind, often utilizing modern fonts and colors. In Asia, road signs take on yet another flavor, shaped by the diverse cultures, languages, and environmental challenges that define the region. Japan, for instance, blends the Vienna Convention symbols with their own twist, integrating kanji characters alongside global symbols to ensure clarity for both locals and visitors. But have you ever driven in India? Here, road signs are a colorful mosaic, offering more than just directional guidance. They reflect the country's multilingual and multicultural identity. From Hindi and English to regional dialects, road signs serve as an essential tool to bridge language barriers. Yet in India's more chaotic urban centers, the signage takes on a different form. Handmade signs, creative adaptations, and even symbolic imagery often emerge, reflecting the ingenuity of the people navigating some of the world's most crowded roads. And then, in Australia and New Zealand, road signs often incorporate iconic local wildlife into their designs. The kangaroo crossing sign is one of the most famous examples, a quirky yet essential marker that blends safety with a touch of national identity. In New Zealand, similar signs caution travelers about the potential hazards posed by wandering sheep or unpredictable weather. This inclusion of local elements in signage is not just a creative touch. It's a necessity for regions where nature and wildlife play a more prominent role in daily life. What makes these signs so effective, regardless of their design, is their ability to communicate essential information through symbols and colors that transcend language barriers. Road signs rely on psychological principles, understanding that humans react to certain colors and shapes in specific ways. Red is universally associated with caution or danger, which is why it is the dominant color in stop signs. Yellow, another eye-catching color, is often used for warnings. These choices are not arbitrary, but grounded in human perception, making the signs universally understandable, regardless of language or culture. But as technology advances, so too does the landscape of road signage. Have you noticed the rise of digital road signs? These high-tech signs, which can change their message depending on traffic conditions, weather, or even emergencies, are becoming more common in urban areas. Yet they raise new questions. While these signs are incredibly effective in delivering real-time information, they also highlight a growing concern. How do we ensure that these digital signs remain accessible to everyone, including those who may not be as comfortable with new technologies? In countries with multiple official languages, road signs are designed to accommodate diverse linguistic groups. In Canada, for instance, road signs are bilingual, with French and English appearing side by side. This dual-language approach also occurs in Belgium, where Dutch, French, and German coexist on signs, reflecting the country's cultural mosaic. These multilingual road signs are not just practical, they also symbolize the unity and multiculturalism that define these nations. As we take a step back and look at the global landscape of road signs, it's clear that they are more than just functional tools. They are deeply embedded in the cultural, historical, and practical fabric of each country. So next time you're behind the wheel, take a moment to notice the road signs around you. Whether it's a simple, familiar stop sign or an intricate, locally designed symbol, these markers are more than just instructions. They are reflections of the world we live in, a world rich in diversity, ingenuity, and human connection. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.